jokes on those.
It's all
Questionable
jokes.
kickoff time. So you get a noon game, a homecoming game, your first noon game at home in almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nebraska.
Nah, it's all jokes at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's an opportunity to play football, but we like to get out there and play. I mean, we practice in the morning too, so the earlier the better for me.
How'd you read that fake punt?
How did I read it?
Yeah.
He just snapped it to the up back. So I mean, you have to see the ball kicked, and my job on that, we were actually running a block. We were trying to run a block, and as I took a step, I saw that the up back had the ball, so I was just go play football. They didn't block me, which was kind of, you would have thought they would have blocked the guy off the ball, but I mean, just make a play.
How do you, your veteran OG status, help guys move through this kind of experience? You've seen things, you've experienced things probably more than others, and you get like a 2-week skid. How do you use your experience to help?
It's always about moving on to the next once the game's over. So, and I was saying it to some of the guys. I was talking to Malik and Skis in the locker room after the game. It's like, look, we've dropped 2. Last one really hurt because we had an opportunity to win it. At the end of the day, it's about learning from it because we practice on Sundays. Mondays are off day. So watching the film, learning from it, correcting things we need to correct, and then continuing to do things we did well. I feel like we played pretty well on defense for the most part last week. So just about correcting that and then moving on to the next.
How hard is that? Easier said than done. How hard is it to have the mindset but to actually be committed to it to kind of get you over the hump to go forward?
I think that's the maturity part, is moving on part. Because if you let things linger, it always gets worse. It's like I say things with my girlfriend. In relationships, the small things and the problems, if you let them linger, it's always going to be 10 times worse. So when things aren't going well or when things haven't went well, we haven't done something successfully, it's about fixing the problem in the moment. I think we made great strides from the first loss to the next loss, even though we weren't able to get the job done. But it's about get the next win. It's about correcting things we did wrong and then moving on, moving on.
Yep. Came together for you guys in the pass rush in this last game to get the 5 sacks. How do you move forward with that now?
Coverage and rush working together. The plays that we were able to get the sacks, coverage did well. We were able to execute the pass well on the blitzes and things and such. So just coverage and rush working together. Whenever coverage and rush works together, the pass rush, you'll be able to get sacks or interceptions.
How satisfying was that to see, and just what was sort of the effect in the locker room? I know that's something you guys have been working toward, to see it happen, and it's not like that. Just what did that do for the defense?
It was a great confidence builder. When you have a game plan and you practice it throughout the week and you see success during practice, and then you go out and you see success during the game, it's always a positive effect. But like I said, it's always about the next play. So we were able to build off of it and get a few. I was able to get my first sack of my career, actually. Yeah, so it's all about the next one. All about the next one.
How much did the first 3 quarters, especially in that last game, give you guys a new sense of leads defensively? It's been tough. You guys have been good in one area, bad in another. Like, it hasn't all coalesced, but the 3 quarters it felt like it had. How much was that fostered to believe in you guys? Like, all right, we can do this.
Look, at the end of the day, I've been confident, and others have been confident in our defense the whole year. We haven't been able to be successful every play, but we've had successful moments. It's just about continuing to string those together. And I think that seeing the positive results, even though we weren't able to get the win, which is obviously the most important thing, is what we can build off of. So, I think we have a chance to be more successful. I believe in this defense. Everybody on the defense believes in the defense, and we're looking forward to what we can do next.
Coach Ross has talked about the last couple of weeks of practice have been getting better and better. Have you seen that as well? How do you feel about that going into this game?
Yeah, I agree. I think as the season goes on, you always get better because you get more familiar with the scheme. We don't really add too many new things. You have a little wrinkles and things like that, but you don't really add like new defenses as much. So you get more familiar. You see the things that you need to correct, and then you just continue to get better. So at the end of the day, I agree. I think we've gotten better over the weeks. The practice has gotten better. Intensity has continued to rise, and I think that as we continue to move on in the season, for us to be able to stack wins, we have to continue to do that.
Was that the best all 3 levels performed, do you think, collectively for you guys?
In the game?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Like all 3, the linebackers, the
on
back
defense.
end.
On
yeah,
defense.
all 3 levels.
That's what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like all 3 levels of your defense.
I think, especially with you talk about the sacks and things like that, the coverage and rush working together. Because coverage isn't just the secondary; it's the linebackers too. Sometimes it's even the front with the rushes dropping and stuff like that. So coverage and rush working together. I think when we've worked together and everybody's done their job and we've been successful as a defense, not just that game. And like, you may not get a sack. Like if you go back to some of the plays in the first game against Western Michigan, you may not get a sack, but the collective of coverage and rush working together forces an incomplete pass or makes them hold it and throw it away. So, I mean, it's all about coverage and rush working together. And I think you've seen that, not just on the third downs, but everything, to be honest with you.
What do you think about the Penn State tape from UCLA and just sort of how they came out of nowhere and got that win? What stood out to you about that game? If
Well,
you've seen it yet, I assume you've seen it.
Yeah, we watched the game. I mean, look. At the end of the day, everybody in the Big Ten can lose to anybody. So I mean, they were 0-4 going into the game, but that doesn't mean that you take them lightly. And I'm not saying Penn State did. Penn State approaches it how everybody should, and they're a Big Ten team. So you can lose to anybody, but I mean, like they did their stuff. They did their stuff and they played well. They executed well. It's all about execution. So you can get beat by anybody in this conference, and at the end of the day, we're treating them just like every other game. It's a Big Ten game. It's difficult. You gotta earn the wins.
You've been in a situation like that where there's an interim coach. The coach has been let go. You still have a season to play out. What's that do for a locker room? Does that create sort of a dangerous sense on any given day, or what's that like? Where it's like the future's it's very cloudy, but you still got games to play. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were in that situation, what did that do for you guys, sort of mentally going out week to week?
I mean, look, whenever there's a coaching change, it's all about the players at the end of the day, because those are guys that got to play. So I mean, at the end of the day, like especially nowadays, like you are your career. So I mean, those guys they're playing for themselves too, along with the school. So like, nobody's gonna not play, and we don't expect them not to. So we're gonna get their best, and they're gonna get our best, and that's how it should be. And that's why this is Big Ten. This is Big Ten, and that's why I love the conference. That's why big reason why I chose the conference coming out of recruitment, because every year in the Big Ten, everybody can play, and it makes you better. So yeah.
How much, you guys have been really good in a lot of special teams until last week. How much in practice this week has there been sort of an emphasis on introspection there and making sure, that last week doesn't happen again?
Yeah, well, we've approached it similar to how we've done the past week, with just a little more emphasis on the coverage part of punt, things like that. The one that was blocked was on our end. We didn't block it correctly, but at the end of the day, we just got to do our job. And it's not about necessarily doing extra. It's about doing things the right way and focusing more on that. So I think that we're making the right strides, and I'm looking forward to going out and showcasing that on Saturday.
For you personally, you're as involved as you've been in a while, and obviously seem to be playing pretty well. Do you feel like this is what you were hoping for in this year for yourself?
Individually?
Yeah.
There's always more. At the end of the day, I know that whenever I've been able to play, it's all about being able to do my job. And I feel like going into this fall camp, like I said, I had a great opportunity to go out and do that. I was feeling great, and I am feeling great. And I'm able to do it in a lot of different positions. So at the end of the day, just going out helping the team and try to get wins.
When he's not on the field in a game, what kind of teammate is Drew Hall? Is he like a super gregarious, outgoing kind of guy, or is he a little low key? Like, how does he fit into?
He's a leader. He's a vocal leader. Something that I'd like to say I strive to be, but that's what he is. He's a vocal leader. He talks to everyone. He's a voice that I think that not just the defense but the offense hears as well. I think people look up to him. I think his performance is one thing, but him being able to be a vocal leader is definitely adding on to that. But he's definitely a leader. He's a captain for a reason.
How do you see him grow this season with being a green dot linebacker, captain, like a lot of the responsibilities he has? Do you feel like he's grown with those?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think he was already a vocal leader last year, but I think he's become more of that. And he has more responsibility too. I mean, the Mike linebacker in the Big Ten is a big deal, so I think he does it well. I think people look up to him, and I'm happy for him.
How much, you guys obviously want to win every week, but how much do you guys really need a win this week? Back-to-back losses, 0-2 in Big Ten play, and, coming and what the schedule you got.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, every game in the Big Ten is tough, and it's all about the next one, and this is the next one. So the goal is to win. We're working to win, and every win's important. Every game's important.
When you talk about UCLA, you talk about their quarterback's ability, move around the pocket and take off. How big of a focus has mobility been in practice this week?
It's been good. We've worked a lot of it. He's a great athlete, and he definitely showcased that last week. So. It's about respecting them and then going out and doing our job, owning your lanes and knowing where to flush them and whatnot. So we're definitely accounting for it. He's a great athlete, great player. And like I said, the Big Ten has got great players. He's one of them.
What was that USC game like for you? that like playing through that against a good offensive?
Yeah, next man up. Next man up. Obviously, we had guys go down, and good thing Wayne's okay. But I mean, it's all about the next man up. Guys were put in some positions that they don't normally play. There were some plays that I was playing Mike linebacker at that game. I don't think I've ever played him in a game before. So it's just about next man up doing the job. We know what to do. Just got to go out and execute. Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Darius.
No problem.